Ladies and gentlemen, filmmakers and moviegoers alike, welcome to this week's episode of Critically Casual. I'm your host, Srekcuf5. Joining me, as always, is the super fantastic Dorkydev over there. Hi, Dev. How are you?
Do I order this as a gift or not?
For yourself?
Like, yeah, do I put this order as a gift or no? I mean, I know what it is and all that, right?
Uh-huh.
But it is kind of a gift for me.
I
Which,
mean,
if you don't know what we're referring to, people, look up the Nicolas Cage John Travolta shirt. Or Steven, actually, I'll just send you the link.
Yeah, you could send me the link. I'll throw it up on the screen here. Might take a moment.
Do you want it on Discord or on...
You can do Discord right now, actually. Since I've had things figured out.
Fantastic. That makes life so much easier. You have no idea. That link is insane, but there it is. I also need to share this in the irregulars thing because I'm buying this.
Okay. So then I have to press that button. Okay. I'm pretty sure it's up on screen now. $20 for a shirt, huh? I mean, it's not the end of the world.
I mean, that's pretty cheap for a shirt. Like, their prices on this are relatively average.
But yeah, I thought that was funny.
I need to send this to Gary Green since he's got to be doing that whole thing that he has planned.
Okay. But yeah, that, like, seeing that in the movie, I was like, that's funny.
That's great. When he said got it, I got your shirt, and then I realized what the shirt was. That was just one of those moments where I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah, like,
this is a movie that gets me.
I mean, it was one of those moments where you had to pause it to be like, what am I looking at?
Oh, I got it as soon as they like I looked, because it holds long enough that like she does the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And like I like looked at the shirt, I'm like, oh, I get it immediately. Because I've seen that movie so many fucking times.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's gonna work out too, probably.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I gotta quickly send out this tweet here because I am bad at doing that.
Yeah, I sent out mine.
Let's see.
Curious which movie you're gonna go with.
I'm gonna go with Red Notice, I think.
It's funny that you and I always do this where we do the opposite movies. It really works.
There we go. Perfect. I like this one. This is a good gift. Perfect. Okay, now on to the show. Unless there's anything else you'd like to talk about before we get into this stuff.
So the whole theory of relatively...
Yeah, mm-hmm. Yeah, totally. Let's just get in here. Let's start talking about it.
Let's get into it.
So this week... Oh, Jesus. Monster is sleep deprived. Okay. This is going to be a fun week. The peanut gallery screaming at us in the background.
Yeah, it's going to be it.
Yeah, this week we're talking about Red Notice. Oh, sorry, I forgot to say the title of the show because I'm so freaking clever.
Why? You say that every fucking week, and they're never that clever. Like, that is the thing.
That's the point.
I know that's the point, and it gets me every fucking week because I'm like, maybe this week he actually did something clever. Like, and occasionally, I am actually like, that was clever. And it's that little bit of hope every week. I see what you called this week because you have it up on the fucking the stream. Ryan to me. Is that supposed to be crying to me?
I was thinking lying.
Fair enough. It's like... just...
It's because I'm so clever,
Fucking hell, man.
So yeah.
That's the joke. That's it. That's the joke.
Wrap it. We're good here. Let's go home.
That's the show. Let's go. Can we go back to last week?
Whew, sorry. Having some asthma problems right now. But yeah, this week we're talking about Red Notice. We're talking about The Adam Project. Ryan Reynolds' Netflix movies. Woo!
Yay.
Yeah. Ready for this?
Yes.
Okay. We're getting it. Ah, Jesus. Hang on 1 second. This is going to bug me.
Are you not setter?
Yeah.
Is that what I saw? Yeah.
I don't know how, because, like, I'm always...
Nothing changes.
Yeah, nothing changes. I'm center in the middle of my camera. I even have a little red square that shows me I'm center. Nope.
I don't know, dude. I don't make up the rules.
Yeah, it's annoying. I'm just going to press this button here without anyone noticing the distance. Oh, fuck. That didn't work. Hang on. I'm going to press this little button here where no one can see anything happening because I'm doing this all in studio mode. Ah-ha-ha. Ah-ha-ha. All right. Let's start talking about the first movie. Hey! Red Notice. Woo!
Red Notice. By the way, because these are Netflix movies, I don't have to do much for budgeting stuff. This was released on Netflix on November 12th, 2021, with a budget of $160 million. It does have a gross worldwide of 178,000. But again, it's a Netflix movie, so like all of that is arbitrary in concept. This movie has 3 really goddamn like charismatic leads.
Very much so, yes.
You've got Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. You've got Ryan Reynolds and Gal Gadot. Do you know what shared universe they're all in?
Fast Universe.
Yes. Congrats.
All right, I got that off the top of my head.
Good
Perfect.
job.
Only
And
because
then-
of Hobbs and Shaw.
Yes. Ryan Reynolds was in Hobbs and Shaw, and then Gal Gadot and Dwayne obviously were in the Fast franchise from Fast. Gal was in Fast 5 to Fast 6. And Dwayne was in Fast 5 to Fast 8. They're both in the same amount of movies. Outside of like him doing a spinoff. Also, our Marvel connection of the day is Ryan Reynolds, who played Hannibal King in Blade Trinity. I don't know if you guys remember that one. But yeah, that's the only Marvel-related production he's ever done.
Yep, totally.
Yep. Nothing else.
Nothing else.
And
Nothing else.
That character totally wasn't just Deadpool.
Wait, who's Deadpool?
I have no idea. Genuinely though, the way he plays Hannibal King in that movie, he might as well have been Deadpool. I can't wait till we do the Blade trilogy, by the way, at some point, because we are going to do them.
Yep, absolutely.
And
I mean,
it's going to be a blast.
His line, with the whole like vampire dogs, is probably one of my favorite lines that I ever heard.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
I also love his name tag scene when he walks in. So good. Anyways, and then obviously, you know, like Dwayne is gonna be the fucking the Black Adam, and then like Gal is Wonder Woman. So like we got some superheroes in this fucking movie.
We do.
And it's a superhero cast with those 3, and they all do a really good job. And I'm not gonna lie, I was thoroughly impressed with this movie and kind of enjoyed myself, especially watching this straight off the heels of watching Uncharted. Pretty much, like that was what, like 3 weeks ago. I was really kind of like, wow, this feels more Uncharted-y than Uncharted felt. And not a disservice at Uncharted. It's just that like this felt like a really good little like Ryan Reynolds felt like how Drake is in the games a little bit. And like it's weird to say, but Dwayne is a better Sully to bounce off of kind of like the straight man.
I mean, you're not entirely wrong. Actually, I have a quick question before we get into this.
Yes.
Do Disney Plus TV series count in the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
I mean, Disney Plus shows, yes.
Because then there's one more Marvel actor. At least one.
Who?
Ivan Mabakov, who was in Hawkeye.
Oh, okay, got it. Oh, he was Detective Claude. Okay, he like showed up for like a episode.
Basically, yeah. That's something I
know
do
exactly
every week
what
now.
scene he shows up in now, but like, I didn't bother going through the entire cast. Okay, I'm sorry.
That's usually what I do while you're like, oh, and then this person. I'm like, okay, so who? Let me go through all the names that are visible here.
Which are the ones that like which is the rule, by the way. That's the rule, is the ones that if you go to IMDb top cast and you scroll through that, it has to be on that row. If you go past that row, unless it's a cameo, like one of those ones where like that like they were in there just to be in that one scene as a cameo, like how like in what fucking Deadpool 2, you had
Brad
Matt
Pitt.
Damon and Alan or and fucking my chicken dad.
I'll let you figure that one out.
You know his name.
No, I was just thrown off by my chicken dad.
The guy who voiced the chicken in Moana. My
Oh,
chicken dad.
chicken voice actor Moana.
His name's Alan something, right?
Alan Tudyk.
Thank you. I fucking lost his last name in my brain somewhere. Like those two are in that scene where they're the farmers, right? Like obviously that's supposed to be a tongue-in-cheek cameo, right? Or like the invisible guy being Brad Pitt. Yes. Those are cameos, and like they're not going to be credited on the top because it's supposed to be a secret until you see it, right? Oh, dude, it's one of the best things Steven has ever edited is a clip of me screaming in Sea of Thieves. When I hear an explosive barrel go off behind me, and I literally make the chicken noise from when the chicken's on the boat. And it's shocking how like unedited that clip is compared to the actual clip that Steven edited into there to like compare, and it's like shocking how like verbatim it's the same noise. Um, it still gets me. But yeah, no, like, we don't outside of like cameos. We just
Oh,
don't.
there,
We
that's
keep,
that was the other one I was trying to think of. I was trying to remember which, like, there was some famous actor who wanted to be in South Park so bad that they offered him to be the cat in an episode, and he's like, absolutely. And then I looked it up. It's Jay Leno.
oh, good AJ.
Yeah,
I
so
know.
famous, absolutely. It was a
Jay
Sea of
Leno's a piece
Thieves
of shit.
episode, so it's in there somewhere.
Yeah, I could actually get you the right episode and the timestamp at some point. Remind me later.
I feel like I should
Back to
know
Red
that
Notice.
since you reference it so much, but
Same with how many times I've pulled it up.
Mhm.
Literally, you know how I find it every time is I look through the Sea of Thieves playlist and just find the one that's like halfway through.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
That's literally how I find it every time because I'm like, I just haven't. I don't watch that episode all the way through because, like, literally, that is the only thing I'm finding in that episode. Because I like Sure Enough is one of Steven's best edited moments. Like, not to say like he doesn't have great edited moments since then. It's just that is one of my favorite edits that he's done. Because it's just like it's so shocking to me.
I think my
That you
favorite is
correlated that.
the Colts music video. The brother.
Brother.
That was fun.
Yep.
But yeah,
Anyways,
yeah. Back
Red
to
Notice.
Red Notice.
God, we tangented. I'm gonna take the blame on that one.
I mean, it's okay. This movie takes a few tangents of its own sometimes.
It's fair, and you know what? I don't dislike it for that. I think like genuinely the chemistry between Ryan Reynolds and Dwayne Johnson is like actually really good, and I'm glad they got a movie together.
Mm-hmm.
To show that off because like they were they had a little bit of that chemistry in Hobbs and Shaw when they got to do like that one scene together.
Now we're gonna find out that this is in the same universe as Fast and Furious.
Headcanon, I'm letting that happen.
Mm-hmm. So the Bishop exists inside the Fast and Furious. So I can't remember Gal's name in Fast and Furious now.
After she died, she went into hiding, and then
Uh-huh.
when Hobbs left the FBI, he also decided to give up everything, and then him and Gal ran into each other, and like,
Yeah, he doesn't care about
um,
his kid anymore, Dwayne The Rock
yep,
Johnson.
yeah, and then she doesn't care about Han anymore. It doesn't work in like any sense of the word, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I found this movie charming. It's not the best movie, but like,
Charming's a
it's
good way to
fun.
put it.
It's a fun, charming little romp through a heist movie.
Mm-hmm. This movie was fun. It was enjoyable. It was silly. It has some interesting moments, But I think ultimately my biggest complaint is a lot of the big moments are kind of just, I don't know, stolen from other movies. It's not like it's not really that bad, but a lot of Gal Gadot's like awesome scenes are just her being Wonder Woman. A lot of Ryan Reynolds, he's always just Deadpool, so that's just that.
In this one, yeah, he is just Deadpool in a sense.
Mm-hmm. But I mean that it's just how Ryan Reynolds has always been. He's just been a funny, quippy actor, and sure now that he's
sometimes
Deadpool,
he gets like I'll say it's like to levels. You know what I mean? Like he's not always Deadpool in a movie. You know what I mean? Sometimes he's just Ryan Reynolds.
Mhm.
This one is where they went like just do Deadpool. Because that's just kind of what they did with it. Mind you, I will fully admit I did not see that twist coming towards the end.
Mhm.
That actually caught me. Um,
Like I like it did it the my first watch through it caught me too, but this is the second time I've seen this movie. So,
fair.
it was
Is it
interesting.
set up? Is it
No.
set up well?
Kinda. I would personally think no. Like
Because you don't have a way of noticing it unless you know.
yeah, basically like no, I mean there are throwaway lines for sure that they reference a little bit in the movie when the surprise happens. But then they also add in other things, like scenes that we never saw in the movie, and they do it a couple of times to like add suspense in this film. So they kind of pull a slight Mission Impossible, but not as well, I feel. And instances
That's
I'm thinking of are like the fight scene afterwards where he's like, "I love you, oh, I love you," or the key card moment. Are you stuck there? With
no. I was just fixing my headphone.
Okay, it just looked like you had hair stuck in your headphones.
I mean, I had hair stuck in my thumb, but I couldn't get it off,
Mhm.
so I was just adjusting my headphone because like this headphone, the thing's falling off. So I
Mhm.
need to get a new one.
Hell,
I just
even
haven't.
sorry, quick tangent here because or back onto focus, I should say here.
Yes.
Like, I didn't want to interrupt you there, but like, I was scrolling through pictures here on their IMDb, and hell, like, there's a moment where they do the exact same thing that Peter Quill does when in the first Guardians of the Galaxy, where he's like, "I have the thing," and then he immediately drops it.
Yeah, true.
And some of this, like, some of the stuff that happens in this movie doesn't make sense. Like, um, I guess the long con, um, not the one involving Soto, but like what leads to the twist makes no sense to me. I guess like it makes some sense, but I'm also very confused by it. You know, like why? I feel like there was an easier path to get through all these hurdles, and then ultimately, by the end of the movie, the thing that I love slash hate the most is the whole point of the movie, all of the MacGuffins are ultimately meaningless.
Yeah. Yeah, they were. But thus is movies.
Hmm. But like, I part of me wants to think that this movie, like, it's called Red Notice, and the movie ends with their folders of them in Interpol being marked with the Red Notice, like literally a stamp that says Red Notice. So like, my question is this just a prequel?
It definitely set itself up for just another one.
Hmm. Like, sure, this was fun and entertaining, and the chemistry was good, and ultimately there wasn't really a bad scene in the movie. I'll give it that. But like, I feel like this movie could have been made later as a prequel. Like they should have done something different almost. But hey,
Yeah,
now they have something to get us into the next movie.
I'd be curious where it goes.
I mean, what was that location at the end of the movie? The
That's in France. It's the place where if you watched what is it? The one with Tom Hanks. Da Vinci Code.
okay.
It's where like it's theorized that fucking Mother Mary is buried. Not Mother Mary, but like the Mary that Jesus is supposedly fell in love with. The other Mary. Not Mother Mary, but the second Mary. right? Because he falls for a person named Mary.
I don't remember my religion, but they're at the Louvre.
Yes. Does
Like, I thought that was
Jesus fall in love with a woman?
Mother Mary Magdalene, who used to be a prostitute and then was
And
converted to a saint.
yes.
Thank you, monster.
See, I'm not religious, but I still remember a couple things here and there.
It's strange because um I remember some things, but I also remember like other weird random tangents. Like the other day.
See,
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say you just needed like a trigger thing, like that triggered it for you. The
Mhm.
moment you saw Mary Magdalene, you went, "Oh yeah, duh, that."
Mhm.
Like your brain just like shot that information out so quickly.
Mhm.
Um, well, I knew that information, but I didn't know the context to explain it.
Mhm. But like another tangent here really fast. Man. When we were in GTA and we met the guy who calls himself Krishna, my immediate thought was, I know all the Hindu slash religious deities, and I wanted to like have a conversation about it with the guy and to see how much he knew, to see it like how much research he did. But I was like, not the time or place.
That's fair. Is that supposed to be something that's Hindu?
Krishna,
Yeah.
absolutely. That's the god of creation, I think, if I remember off the top of my head. Krishna, god. Uh, Krishna is Hindi god of love, tenderness, and compassion.
Huh.
So, yeah. Fun
Fair
facts.
enough.
You're learning religious things here today. All thanks to Red Notice.
Jesus Christ. But yes, I like we said, this one's a fun little romp. Like that's what it is.
Mhm.
It's,
It's fun. It's I think, but I still like. I think my biggest complaint over this whole movie is that Ryan Reynolds constantly just pulls things out of his pockets. It's just like, oh, we need this. Well, I've already got it. Or, hey, we need this thing that I told you I destroyed, but guess what? I actually had it repaired.
Had it repaired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it still
Yeah.
works the way it was supposed to.
That's true. That's weird that it worked that the way it was supposed to.
Mhm.
Like that I don't get.
Mhm.
Like I thought he would just have the piece,
And then the
you
piece
know?
would work, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. See, that would have made sense to me.
Mhm. But no, the whole thing.
Yeah.
But it's still like fun and interesting. It's definitely they pulled from like Indiana Jones, which they also reference in this movie. They pulled from what I feel like is the Uncharted games.
Yes, 100%. That entire end sequence of them finding that stuff and doing that shit made me go, dude, this is just an Uncharted sequence.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. um, there was just fun quips and okay things, and I mean, sure, I'd probably watch it again. Honestly, like I've watched it twice. It's a good background movie. That's 100% sure.
Yeah, I can agree to that.
Especially with the cast that they have. Like the best part is the two main actors of Ryan Reynolds and Dwayne the Rock Johnson. But third question, I guess the ultimate question is Gal Gadot. Would it have been better to have a different actress, or do you think she just fine?
I don't think it would have made a difference with the role. Well, I mean, I think it works with Gal. I don't know. Like, let's be real. You could have gotten any other charismatic trio.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, you got like arguably one of the most charismatic trios. Like, Gal is naturally charismatic on the camera. So is Dwayne, and so is Ryan. Like, they are all like, as soon as they're on camera, like you're immediately drawn to them, just like talking. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like it's not because they're just attractive people, but like they talk good.
I was about to say,
Um,
is charisma another word for attractive?
no, I mean they're all three attractive as fuck.
Uh-huh.
Let's be real. Like Ryan's not like, yeah, Ryan's fit as shit, but like he's not the like he doesn't always look like he's the unobtainable fit, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
While like Dwayne is that attractive unobtainable fit, and then Gal Gadot's fucking Gal Gadot. Like they're all three like attractive motherfuckers.
I mean, what was it?
Um,
Gal Gadot, if I look up her stuff, she is one Miss Israel in 2004. So she was considered the most attractive woman in all of Israel in 2004. Which was
I'm
also the
not
same year that she starred in Fast and Furious as her first movie.
anyways. Um what I'm getting at is more that like it works because of their chemistry and how charismatic they are on screen.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where this movie works. Cuz I don't know if it would work with any other three actors and actresses cuz like you need that like right you need the right straight man, you need the right like what's the opposite of the straight man?
Throwing words at me that I can't remember off the top of my head.
How dare you? You went to film school. You have one job, Stephen, and that's to know this shit.
The wise guy?
Yes.
Great
He's
man
the
and the
wise
wise
guy.
guy.
Yes. He's the wise guy, and then Gal Gadot's like a pretty good antagonist. So like it works really well. Because of those three. But the plot itself is kind of very basic. So
Mm-hmm.
like literally you could have just written them into any movie and done this.
This could have been any other movie and it still worked, honestly. That's just the three of them are
Yes.
funny.
Yes. Yeah, like the three of them work really well. Maybe not any movie because, like, um, Tessa Thompson and Chris Hemsworth have really good chemistry, but like, you know how
Yeah, we know how Men in Black International went.
yeah.
Or, like, sure, they work well together, but then they hired their own writers to fix the script to make the comedy better, and it made the movie.
I mean, I don't know if that movie was ever gonna be good from the sounds of it. Which kind of sucks. Anyways, yeah, like we've seen how it can kind of work with like the wrong writers and stuff like that. So I gotta say, I think it works because of the three of them being who they are and just having fun with the movie.
What about, like, for instance, the kind of fourth wall breaks that happen in this movie? They're not really fourth wall breaks, but they're also there. Like the times where Ryan Reynolds is like, we walk by the featured extras, and we gotta grab the box. We gotta open the box that's labeled MacGuffin.
I mean, that's just his comedy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's necessarily a fourth wall break. That's more of just like, I mean, it is technically a fourth wall break, but it's also kind of like if you're on one of those things, like sometimes it is really just being like, I just got to find the thing that says MacGuffin. What does the MacGuffin say? Who knows? And literally, it's a thing that says the thing that it's supposed to be, and you're like, yeah, you know what? Thank God for labels.
Yeah,
Um. So it works.
it works. It's funny. Watch it, I guess, in the background, maybe, or when you're partying. Get real drunk and have a good time. I'm talking to you, monster.
Don't be a bad influence.
He doesn't need me to influence him. He's already under the influence. Okay, I'm done. Okay. Exactly. Monster gets it.
Do I play for standard or do express?
Christ. I mean, standard was going to be 7 to what? 10 days for shipping?
March 22nd to April 6th. If I do express, it's March 18th to 29th.
So a week to 3 weeks for standard. I think that's fine myself. I mean, I also work less than you, so I have less free money, but
It's only $5 more.
you do you, boo.
Yeah, I'm getting it faster. I just want the shirt. Okay, here
I
we
want
go.
it now, dang it.
Yeah, pretty much. Cool.
I mean, I haven't really got much else to talk about in this movie. Though, I'm kind of curious how much of the film is actually factual. Like, I highly doubt that there were 3 golden eggs for Cleopatra. I'm not going to look that up. But the other things I'm also wondering about, like, that whole nitroglycerin thing. I hope that's not true.
I think it is.
Ugh. That could be bad.
Why?
Oh, you know, people don't watch movies all the time. They don't want to experiment with things they see on TV. I've never heard of the Tide Pod Challenge.
That was an experiment on TV. That was TikTok.
And it was actually the kind of. TikTok started that, yes, but there was also the news that made it worse.
Yeah, because the news makes everything worse. Anyways, let's continue.
Trying to think if there's anything else. Okay, Monster's saying, wait, the wheels are doors?
What?
Yeah. What, Monster? I have no idea what you're asking here. Yep. No idea.
Anyways.
Oh, hang on.
No, we're not doing a
Yeah,
debate right now.
Yeah, not right now.
No, we aren't doing this. Nope. What the fuck? Why is there a debate over wheels versus doors? What the fuck does that even mean?
You can inform us and we could talk about it at the news and wrap up, maybe. But yeah.
Is it over which one was a better invention? Because by default, we know which one's the better invention, right?
I'd say the wheel myself.
Yeah, same. Door's not even that much of an invention.
Privacy. That's nice.
Yeah, but like...
Oh. Let's think about that and talk about it later.
There are more wheels. Because depending on the material the wheel has been made out of, it can last longer. Doors are usually made out of wood, like older doors. So, like, older doors have decayed.
True, but there are some things that have doors that don't have wheels.
No, I agree 100%, but there's a lot of things that have wheels. Shit, a lot of things that have doors get destroyed afterwards. And then gets, like, new that has doors on it. So you almost end up with a net positive, like a net even on doors. Like anytime a Vegas hotel gets destroyed.
But how often does that happen?
All the fucking time.
I think Monster has forgotten about 2-door cars.
Yeah. There's a lot of 2-door cars, 3-door cars.
I mean, boats, like cruise ships, they've got millions of doors, but no tires, no wheels.
So?
Bikes, yeah, they have 2 wheels but no doors.
Oh.
Yeah.
Quads, 4 wheels.
No doors.
Technically, tanks have a lot of wheels.
That's a pretty big technicality there.
Around things that roll.
But okay.
You put treads on those wheels.
That's one big oval shaped
Actually,
wheel.
yeah, there's a lot of machines that have wheels too. Hell,
wheels
water
are
wheels.
cogs.
Honestly,
I was about to say, yeah, we've tangented again. But even though we said we weren't going to do it.
Fair enough. Popcorn me.
All right, Dev, here's your 10 popcorn kernels.
Maybe 6.5.
6.5? That's respectable. I was going to give it a 6, so.
Fair enough. That's respectable.
Better than the average film.
Yep.
Woo! All right, let's move on, I guess. Unless there's any other things about this movie. Any other questions from the peanut gallery in the back?
No, let's move on.
Okay, fine. We're moving on. We're going to our second movie, The Adam Project.
Which was released March 11th on Netflix in 2022. And holy shit, do I have a list today, my friend? Because, man, there are a lot of people who are in Marvel projects. So like, obviously we have Ryan Reynolds, who obviously played fucking Deadpool. We also have Zoe Zandela, who played Gamora. We have Mark Ruffalo, who plays the Hulk / Bruce Banner. We also have Jennifer Garner, who's actually an old Marvel alumni who played Elektra in the original Daredevil and Elektra, which we've reviewed Elektra. I don't know if we reviewed Daredevil, but I know we've reviewed Elektra.
I think we decided to skip Daredevil because it's boring.
Eventually we'll see it. But like, yeah. This movie, this entire time, I'm like, man, there's a lot of Marvel actors in it.
Christ.
No.
Marvel's taking over.
Yep. Anyways, before Steven goes off on that tangent, I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. Damn, can Ryan and Zoe act their fucking asses off. Those scenes between the two of them, like, aren't super long, but man, do they fucking leave an impact.
They do. It's an adorable relationship that they have. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Wait, someone else has joined the peanut gallery.
Uh-oh.
What's that, Scar? Oh, I ruined it.
Actually, that worked out perfectly because you said it and he pretty much cut you off saying that.
That's true.
That actually works really well. It's one of those ones where you go to say, what, and they just go, fuck you, and walk away.
Every time. Is it the uh-oh? Is that why the fuck you came?
No, he was going to say fuck you regardless.
Mm-hmm.
I know, Scott. That is just what he's going to say.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah, and now just repeat it with a fuck you back. It didn't. I had a feeling it was you, but regardless. Moving on from the peanuts for just a moment. No, Adam Project is actually a really fucking endearing movie, and I honestly really like it. It's kind of one of those like it's like a good little I don't know how to it's like a fun little, not quite Goonies, but like it kind of feels like in that kind of vein of like just a quick romp that you could watch, put on real quick in the background. But also you can watch and engage with at the same time. Like it's a movie that you can sit down and just enjoy and watch, but it's also a movie that like you don't have to thoroughly engage with to like have it on.
Mm-hmm.
Like I could see myself watching this again easily.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just good. It's a good movie. And I enjoyed it.
It's definitely a fun romp. I enjoyed this movie, and I gotta say, there was one moment. I mean, it definitely got me crying a little bit. Be it the fact that I have my own estranged relationships with my. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that hits. Like that, it hits. It does a good job of making sure its punches land. So it does a good job of that. Like I don't know how the action's really cool too. Like
yeah, there was some great action scenes. Though,
yeah.
I'm not, the one thing I'm not a fan of is probably the mag cylinder. Just because, I mean, they reference what it is, and they've just changed the rules of it a little bit. But they also like never really explain what it is, so it can do so much stuff. but still a fun movie.
Also, we got one of my this movie has the shirt that I'm buying in it. Do you want to pull it up again real quick if you can?
Oh,
Scar, you have to see this shirt. That or I can send it to him.
I got it here. There we go.
Scar, I'm buying this shirt. It is currently on its way.
Save 20%. Look at that.
It's a great shirt.
I'm a little disappointed, like they don't have the demo in multiple colors.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, that way you could see how it's gonna look when you get it. But nope, just.
But like I said, it's going. This movie's funny. It's got good comedy. It's got good. It actually has a really good like balance of like comedy to seriousness. Like it knows how to balance its tone really well throughout the movie. Like I never feel like the comedy is shadowing a serious moment.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
There's some silly like blue collar comedy in here too, like the whole farting bullet wound.
That one was arguably the lowest joke in my book, and it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, you're not wrong. It's
like
wow.
I'm not usually a fart comedy person, but like that one kind of got a chuckle out of me when it hits the third time because he's like, "Huh, that's weird." And then later on the line when he does his cough and you hear it, and
yeah,
I'm
it's
like,
the last thing in that scene.
yeah, I'm
Just
like,
a-
I'm like, all right, that was well played. I forgot that they were gonna do that. Okay, well played, I guess. You got me with a fart joke movie. Oh, all right, whatever.
Congratulations. I know I'm a child. Jesus.
Yep. Also we got I won't spoil it, but there is a reference to Deadpool in the best way.
Mm-hmm.
It happens and I'm like, damn it, that was good.
But I
That
also
was
like the fault, like the conclusion to that. That was my favorite
that was
part.
also good.
At least my favorite part of that segment. Like I was like, okay, yep, he's making the joke that they've made already before, and oh, awesome. What the spoilers are for? Yeah, you're not wrong.
No, it's really good.
Well, I have another silly, dumb question. I have is like the technology that they use is so like they don't know if they're going futuristic or if they're going modern. That's how it feels. Because they've got the armor that isn't bulletproof or tree proof, and they've got the mag thing, which the mag cylinder, which does a lot of shit. And then they've got just generic old kinetic guns that fire bullets. But they can still time travel. So it's interesting choices.
It is what it is.
Mm-hmm. Just movie. And it's movie thing.
Occasionally movie on a movie.
Mm-hmm. But ultimately, I did enjoy this movie. I had a good time. It was fun. It was funny. I would say I enjoyed this one more than Red Notice.
100%.
I also just like the premise of seeing multiple versions of the same person. That's fun to me.
Yeah, multiverse theory is a bitch.
But it's not the multiverse.
Multiverse theory is a bitch.
This isn't DBZA. But still an okay time.
Yeah, it's a good time.
This whoever this kid is, the Walter Scoble.
Yeah.
Walker Scoble. The kid who plays young Adam. Very good. Like my only concern for him is that he's gonna be forever typecast as like a quippy young kid up until he's an adult. But other than that, like he was good. I hope to see him in a few more projects.
Make him a young Avenger. I don't know who.
Obviously, he'd be young Deadpool. Just kidding.
That's not a thing. Don't make that a thing.
I will will it into being.
No, we don't need that.
Well, it'll be just like Planet Deadpool. Just they stop after one clone. I don't know what they are.
Oh, I hate it here. We're not letting that happen.
Okay, fine. But back here, other things to talk about. Watch this movie, I guess. It's fun.
Yeah, it was fun. It's on ROM.
Oh,
And it's on Netflix if you got Netflix.
one complaint I had.
Yes.
Their choice of music. I would have preferred a lot more orchestral music. Especially once we got to like the interesting fight scene where they started like, oh, there's music kicking in and now it's a pop song. Okay, I mean it works, but like
That, I mean, the moment that song, like, we started to hear the music start, I knew what song it was.
yeah.
Because I've heard that song, A, in the trailers, God knows how many fucking times, but also. I grew up on classic rock. Like, the moment that song fucking plays, like, I know it's starting. I don't remember the name of it. Song from Adam Project.
Jesus. Careful, there's a church based off of that guy. Get us back into religious talks. Another tangent that we can go down.
Oh, I just gotta find the right song.
Uh-huh. I mean, you could just probably go to like more info stuff on IMDb. Probably find it.
I mean, yes, but whatever.
Like there's Gimme Some Lovin'. There's Let My Love Open the Door. There's Let It Be. Time After Time. Good Times, Bad Times. A couple of other songs. Performed by Led Zeppelin. Good Times, Bad Times.
God damn, I'm trying to remember what fucking song that is. Fuck. Brain's breaking now. Can't remember. Oh, riff until I find it.
Because it matters so much for the review.
It does for me, okay? Fuck you.
But yeah, this movie, I enjoyed it. There were some interesting parts. I'm definitely gonna watch it again. I'm not sure like what else to say other than like feel bad for all the people who died in this movie. Oh, I have an idea, a question. Would you consider this movie more of like a kids movie, a young adult movie? Like I know it's PG-13, but
Both. I consider it a young adult.
A lot of this felt to me kind of like not quite like Spy Kids, like it was made for kids for his kids kind of thing, but like similar along that lines where it's a fun, entertaining movie that's supposed to help kids understand. I mean, it definitely does a bit to help people understand emotions a little bit better, like grief, anger, and loss, and all that stuff. And it also helps like set up young adults to understand that their parents don't know everything. So,
Right.
which is true. That was a shock to me when I learned it.
What do you mean? Our parents don't know everything?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Doesn't make sense. Act like they know everything. Yeah, I definitely remember there being a time in my life where I was sitting there going, aren't I supposed to have things figured out by now? No.
Yeah, they don't. They'll tell you, no, no, you don't. Sorry, I think I found it.
You said it was in the trailer?
Yeah.
Trailer of the Atom Prod.
It's foreplay, also a long time.
Or play
When that
slash long
song
time.
kicks. Yeah. The moment that song hit, I knew what was coming. And like it's really well choreographed to the song. So like I love that. I'm a sucker for when it's like music and like action are choreographed together.
Mm-hmm.
Um like whether it's trailers or movies. I'm just a sucker for that shit. Like you give me some fucking a trailer with like punches and shots being like timed to musical cues in the trailer, I'm gonna go see your movie more than likely. Except for Suicide Squad. That one just didn't look good, even though it did Bohemian Rhapsody.
That was the one I was literally just thinking of too.
Yeah. Like it's a good trailer, but like it's not a good movie. So, The Suicide Squad was a good movie. So, just
I
not
but
Suicide Squad.
that movie was a mess mainly for its editing, like Suicide Squad, and that's because they hired the trailer company to edit the film.
I'm gonna say it was probably a mess even beforehand
Sure.
because it was during the Snyder era of things. And only one good thing came out of that era. And they fucked it up after. Looking at you, Wonder Woman 84!
I did enjoy a lot of the clips though, like a lot of the young me admiring the old me thing, and
The quips are good.
hmm,
The kid in this is like not annoying.
yeah, for
Um,
once.
I feel like we've had a good streak. We haven't like had an annoying child actor as an issue for a long time.
Sorry, I was thinking,
Probably since Jurassic World.
but that wasn't necessarily their fault, I would say.
No, but it was just dumb writing because they made the kid destroy the world because, because I'm a clone, they need to live too.
Hmm.
Release the dinosaurs. If I'm real, they're real too. Click. I'm gonna go eat
Yeah,
your fucking friend or some shit.
but now how are we supposed to get the third movie without that? Like, how are we even supposed to get the second movie? Honestly, but whatever.
Do we need the third movie?
Already happening.
I know. Only reason why I'm like excited to see the fucking third movie is because it's got fucking Jeff Goldblum back in it.
Mm-hmm. I think if I've heard rumors correctly, there's more. Like,
Yes.
people.
The original 3 are there.
Yeah, the legacy cast.
Yes.
Because you've always got to do that in the modern reboot. Bring back the legacy cast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got nothing else on this movie, at least until we get the spoiler.
It's bringing back Sam Neill and Laura Dern are both coming back. They're both fantastic actors. And I mean, also, so is BD Wong's coming back as well. The guy who's in all of them so far, pretty much.
Oh, okay. I was like, I can't remember
All of the new ones.
What.
The guy who's the one who's like actually being like the person selling the fucking like dinosaur DNA and shit.
Oh boy.
Oh. Anyways.
Gotta make a scarier dinosaur. Let's make it track a laser point.
God, I fucking hate that franchise. Let's move on. I'm giving you your popcorn.
I would give this movie a 7.
That's a solid 7. I'm giving it a 7.5.
Points off. Like
Both movies are half a
half a
point
point.
off.
Yeah.
Gives it 7.5 overall because we don't do quarter points. All right.
At the button.
Ooh, let's get ready to spoiler!
Cool. Whoever doesn't want spoilers for the Adam Project, walk away. Careful, your amazing singing is gonna get us copyright striked.
Yeah, fuck you. You said that my Krillin voice was actually singing in key. Not a terrible singer. I singed better as Krillin than Lainey did, but Lainey had to sing bad purposefully. And honestly, that's probably harder to do.
I would say so, yeah. Especially once you've had years of music playing.
Yeah. But superhero landing.
Yeah, superhero landing. Like, that was cute.
I that moment happened. I went, damn, that was actually pretty good. That's a good call to his career. Like, like, and honestly, that's something that like that kid would say.
Superhero landing. And then the really shitty, like, line afterwards, like, scabby nut or something like that.
And it just gets backhanded.
Yes, which was my favorite part of the whole thing. Like, he does badass shit. Like, he gets the mag cylinder after he uses his Nintendo era power gloves to freaking punch out a guy in metal armor. And then, yeah, he uses the mag stick to fly into the air. He does a cool pose and everything, and then backhanded and out cold.
It's pretty good. Like that fucking like slide down was fucking dope.
Mm-hmm. Though I gotta say, I was a little like, one thing that kind of bugged me a little bit was like the kid bullies, because they're I don't know, there's something about them that I don't know if I wanted more of them or less of them. Probably more of them, honestly. Like, I would have loved to have seen them at the end of the movie when things have changed and like how things are different but also the same.
Yeah.
Then part of me, my biggest question about everything is like, I know time travel's weird, but I'm trying to think, who was Saurian? Like Maya Saurian? Like, I wonder what she was like before she came back to the future. But you, because my is it hit? Did that hit you harder than that hit you harder than I expected?
Oh, that was just.
I'm clever, remember?
Are you? You went with the lowest common denominator of a joke. We're watching a time travel movie, so let me reference a time travel movie.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's what happens, though. Like,
Fuck.
but my question is, I know it's nothing that doesn't matter in the context of this movie. So some would argue that it's a good thing that I'm asking questions because it makes me want to know more. But like, my question ultimately is, I wonder what she was like before she went back to the future.
She kind of explains a little bit that she's like forgotten.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, understandably, because. But my thing is, she's in the future. She goes back to the past. Tells her past self to do something, and in the process of going back to the future, her personality and everything would have changed. So then when she comes back the second time around, she's a different person than she was the first time around.
Yes.
So it just makes me wonder, like, how much of this was the same. Part of me wanted to like see. I think it would have been more interesting to like see the younger past version do something to the future version, but also like the resolution that we got with Mark Ruffalo outsmarting her was also really cool. So kind of hit or miss on that one. But like part of me feels bad. The reason why like I think I would have liked it if the younger version did something is to like redeem her character in some way. Because like all she does, the younger version hasn't even done anything other than like hasn't really done anything according to what we hear into the movie. She's like, all this stuff that you want me to do is bad and evil and and someone mentions illegal, and that was the older version. And then she just dies. Like she doesn't even really do anything in this movie, the younger version. She's just there.
Yeah. You're not wrong, but at the same time, like, fuck it. It makes us have a resolution.
Mm-hmm. And then, like, the dad stuff, that did really get me, though. Like,
God damn, the dad stuff fucking hits. That, just them playing catch.
There's
and that full conversation on the inside before they go out.
That's the one that got me. It was like, man, it'd be nice to hear that. But
yeah. Like, I know my dad loves me, but like I know like, man, that was go deep. Get deep. We never say it. It's always contextually there, but it's like one of those things where it's just like we never actually really say it, and like, damn, you know,
be the change you want to see, Dev. Start the trend.
Shut up. Fuck you.
But no, I get that. Like, for me, it's slightly different. Me and my dad say "I love you" all the time. Proud of me.
Oh, I don't think I've gotten that one yet.
So there's definitely some good emotional things. And the catch thing, that was sad and cute all at the same time. It reminded me of there was a time when I was a young, lonely child, and there was a commercial on TV that was like a boy playing catch with himself.
Take time to be a dad?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, so have I ever... You brought me to one of my favorite topics to talk about. Take time to be your dad commercials in Arizona. Those were on the radio all the time. When my dad was driving anytime, whether it was just me or the group, like me, Jordan, my brother, my friend Brett, like all of us in the car, any set of us, the moment that commercial ends, any and or all of us will turn to my dad and be like, "Take time to be a dad, dad," because all our friends called him dad too, because he was the dad of the group. We had many moms, but there was like one true dad of the group, if that makes sense, and that was my dad. If anything, my dad was the mom from my family, if that makes sense, because like all of our other friends groups, it was the mom who was our mom. My dad was that role, so he was the dad of the group, definitively. So it would just be any pair of us, and it would be like, "Take time to be a dad, Bruce." And we're just like, and the group of like, he'd be like, "Fuck off."
What do you think I'm doing right now?
Yeah, it would be hilarious if it was during a time he was literally taking time to be a dad, like driving us to a movie or something. Like, love it. Oh, God, I'm glad someone else knows of those fucking commercials, though.
Yeah. I definitely used to cry
great.
when they came on because I missed my dad.
See, we have very opposite reactions to those commercials because my reaction to them is their joke towards my dad.
And for me, it was, I never had it. It's a good thing my dad doesn't watch the show. Even though he's right there in the other room. So, Back to this though, the Adam Project. Now that we've made everything weird. I liked one thing that I thought was interesting is I liked the design for like their wormhole thing that they fly through.
I think it's great.
Yeah, I
it's
thought
got little event horizons on it.
Mm-hmm. That was cool. I enjoyed that a lot. I still have a problem with the mag cylinder though, because it's like the do-all be-all weapon. And then what was it? The bad guy, Christos, makes his weapon worse by turning it into a nunchuck for some goddamn reason.
Yeah, why not? It
Yeah.
looked cool.
But yeah, it was like it looked cool, but as soon as I thought it was cool when he blocked. But then once he kept it that way, I was like, you really just made your deadly weapon not deadly because now you're just smacking him with a handle instead of the part that vaporizes people. But the magstick, what it could also do is like it can be double-sided, so it propels him into the air.
It's a lightsaber.
Yeah.
That does more than a lightsaber.
It also somehow created like an actual shield without having to like block bullets and shit. He's just like, I'm gonna hold it up in front of me, and now it's a barrier shield that protects me.
Well, for some reason, the person was just shooting right there at that fucking spot too.
I think it was a little more than that, but still, yeah. And then the AoE bursts that don't affect the person behind you, except they do sometimes. Jeez.
Yep.
Well, all right then. I had
There's not much more to add. It's a fun movie. Watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I haven't really got much else to talk about on this one.
Neither do I.
All right, I guess we're done.
Yeah.
Ah, cool.
Yeah.
Beep, 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 beep. There we go.
News!
Fun addition there.
Thank you. I don't have the other news button that does news in Morse code, so
That's fine, yes. Things to talk about this week.
what am I ordering for dinner?
So, are there more doors than wheels? I'm just kidding.
Who the fuck cares?
Yeah, basically. Let's see here. Things to talk about. If you care about the TV show Euphoria, the actress Sydney Sweeney is going to be joining the Spider-Man universe, Sony's Spider-Man universe. So I don't know what role she's playing, but she's been joining apparently.
Fair enough.
But she's going to be joining the cast of Madam Web.
Still curious about the casting on that one.
Go to Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's... We'll see. We'll definitely see. Let's see. If you care about Star Trek, Star Trek Strange New Worlds is coming out soon, which is supposed to be a look at Captain Pike as he's in control of the Enterprise before he hands it over to Kirk.
It's a different actor than the ones that we've seen before, right? Like the one who played Pike in Star Trek.
Oh
Abrams.
yeah, this the Captain the Strange New Worlds is going with the Captain Pike from Star Trek Discovery.
So, and Discovery is supposed to be set in the same world as original, right?
Yes.
Okay. Fucking goddamn time travel and Star Trek. Like, if there was time travel in a universe that made less sense than Terminator, it is Star Trek.
It's actually kind of funny because in Discovery, season 1 was dealing with parallel universe stuff.
Right.
Season 2 was dealing with time bullshit. And season 3, we're in the future, the furthest point in the future that Star Trek has ever been in. And at that point in the future, time travel's been outlawed because it's just stupid. So they don't do time travel episodes anymore. Or time travel plots either.
Thank God.
But yeah, there's that. Let's see. Other things to talk about movie related. There's a lot of controversy over Pixar's newest movie turning red.
Okay, I've been seeing this controversy,
And
quote
it's
unquote
stupid.
controversy.
Yeah.
It's so fucking stupid. Like, get over your fucking selves. The animation looks fantastic. You're just a bunch of crybabies who never watched anime. Like, that's all I gotta say. If anything, seeing the ridiculous animation makes me want to watch it more. It looks fun and charming. I'm sorry. Get your fucking goddamn diapers clean, you bunch of childs.
I mean,
you fucking man babies. I'm
it's-
sorry. It's not a movie made for you, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Then just go watch it. Just don't fucking watch it then.
But
It's not that fucking hard.
That's not the only part of the controversy, though. Like, sure, the animation's quote unquote weird, but like that's not what the biggest complaints are. The biggest complaints are that it's set for an Asian Canadian. Like, they say it's specifically meant for someone who was Asian in Canada, essentially. So it's like the target audience is too narrow, which I think is bullshit. And
Yes.
the second complaint is the fact that it teaches kids to not listen to their parents.
Guess what? Sometimes it's a good thing.
That's what all Disney movies do anyways. That's how all Disney movies start.
That's how Pixar is. Pixar is about going against the order of things half the time. WALL-E, Bugs Life, fucking Toy Story. Toy Story, they break the fucking one rule. Act like a toy, but they fuck with Sid.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up. That's not what Pixar does.
You're not wrong.
It's like they've never watched a Pixar movie before. Shit, I haven't seen Soul, but guess what? That's what Soul's about. Guess what? That's what fucking Coco was about.
So what Moana was about? That what?
Moana wasn't even fucking Pixar.
I know, but
And
still.
it was that.
Yeah, but still, every kids movie like does that. Little Mermaid, freaking
Lion
Mulan,
King.
Lion King. Literally every movie that has a kid cast member doesn't listen to their parents.
Rapunzel, let down your hair. Tangled fucking does that shit.
Mm-hmm.
What? Fucking Rapunzel was supposed to just sit there and let the fucking crazy old lady just like use her hair for the rest of her life?
Yep, she was supposed to let her evil stepmother be a toxic person for the rest of her life, which would be forever in that world. So let's see.
Get out, get your diapers cleaned. Go watch something you're gonna enjoy. Then I don't know. I don't fucking get it. Because like a lot of the complaints I've seen is like most of the complaints I've seen is about the animation being like, oh, it looks so unrealistic. It's just so weird. Like these expressions are just not real enough. And I'm like, bro, like, just don't watch anime then. Because like someone's like, oh, the inconsistency with the animation is just so weird. And like I saw people complaining about it, and like it got all the way to like people complaining about like Steven Universe's inconsistencies and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, like inconsistency in animation is just a thing that happens when you're doing stuff. Like, yeah, with puppet models, it's a lot easier to avoid that happening, but sometimes it just happens. Like it just does. Because guess what? Humans, it's just a human thing. Like we make errors. My God, holy shit, who'd have thunk it? Like, if you watch the original Looney Tunes, Bugs Bunny doesn't look the same between 3 fucking cartoons.
Hell, yeah, it's the original was partially because they made it using multiple different animators, but
Yeah, that's why. Because you have different hands in there.
Mhm.
And guess what? Don't watch anime then, because literally, you want to know how I know when shit's about to pop the fuck off? Is when the animation changes from the normal day-to-day episodes to when it all of a sudden gets this like crazy crisp, and all of a sudden I see like someone power up and I see squares come up, and I'm like, shit's about to pop the fuck off. Because the animation has changed, and it triggers in my brain that I know something's about to pop the fuck off. Like, but that's inconsistent. Then fucking stop watching. If you can't deal with weird animation or like things not being to your liking, then watch something else.
I haven't had one of those in a while.
It's been a while since I've had a rant.
Huh?
I think that's been building up for a little bit. It felt good. That felt vindictive. I feel good after that. Like, that wasn't like a bad rant either. Like, that wasn't me like shitting on a movie or something like that. And being
That was
angry
shitting
at it.
on
That
shitty
was just
people.
that was me shitting on shitty people. And like, you know what? That felt good. That felt good. I feel good after that. I feel like a weight's been lifted. It's like because it's just like we went through like 2 solid months of movies. I mean, we had the fucking Moonfall. I think Moonfall week is the last time I had we went through a month without a rant. Okay.
Mhm. A month's a long time for you.
Yeah, it was over a month. Yeah.
Oh, man.
I want a month and a week. Literally on the dot. So, yay! Look at me go! Look at me go, guys!
Yeah, you did it. That's okay. Other news things. If you have Paramount Plus, there's going to be a Halo TV show that's coming out. I think it might already be out, actually.
It might already be out. I think it launched already.
Yeah. So if you're into,
If you've seen it, let me know if it's worth getting Paramount Plus.
maybe we'll find out. You can always wait until it finishes and then get the free 1-week trial that usually comes afterwards.
True.
Let's see. And I mean, I showed you the article, but I'm gonna tell Stream about it here. Nicolas Cage has come out to be like, I don't understand why people don't like Marvel movies.
Dude, the man is a fucking hero.
Mhm.
You sent me that, and I'm like, no wonder I'm just a fan of Nick Cage. Like, like if there's an actor I want to meet, it's Nick Cage. Like, let's be real at this point. Like, Nick Cage is the person I want to meet. Like, it is just the way things go. Cause like the the quote they use at the top of it is superhero films are entertaining and kind of wholesome in a really positive way, says former Ghost Rider and almost Superman, Nicolas Cage. And I'm like, yeah, that's the point. He gets it. Nick Cage fucking gets it. If Nick Cage gets it, why can't other people fucking these stupid, like, stick up their asses producer and directors get it?
It's kind of funny because Jared Leto, who's going to be starring in Morbius, he recently had an interview where he said he's a stickler for movies that come out. So he personally says that he doesn't really like Marvel movies. However, he says movie theaters wouldn't exist without them. So they're kind of a necessary evil, is the way he puts it.
I mean, he's not wrong. Like, currently, the way movies are, like, they really wouldn't exist without him. Like, and that's not a diss at movies. It's just like the other movies that come out, like, I'm not gonna lie, don't get people in seats. Yeah, the full quote is this. These are hot topics, and I get it because, hold on. These are hot topics, and I get it because these are the type of things that become like wildfire of the internet, Cage told Hollywood Reporter. Sorry, Lage told told Vinewood Reporter. Sorry.
Yeah, you're not Nick Cage, sorry.
I've always admired the realm of comic book, and I've always thought stories were really colorful and entertaining, and frankly, kind of wholesome in a really positive way. I don't know what the umbrage is with people that want to knock them. I certainly think that there's great value in what they're bringing, in that they're bringing happiness to people. And if that isn't like the heart of my character of Nicholas Lage too, like just bringing joy to people, and just like from what I've heard about like the massive weight of a talent movie, like the unbearable weight of a massive talent, of just being like a wholesome Nick Cage movie and just really funny and shit from what I've seen, from people who saw it at South by Southwest. Like, damn it. Does that just not make this man just so fucking endearing? I don't know. It's just, yeah, because like they brought up Emmerich, fucking Roland Emmerich in this as well. Continuing, they're making like 7 or 8 Spider-Man films. That's just very boring for me as a filmmaker. You don't want to keep making the same movies over and over. They're not the same movies over and over. Your movies are literally the same movies over and over, Emmerich. You just make disaster porn. Like,
And speaking of Nicolas Cage too, like there have been a handful of different articles that I enjoy, like the one from the Hollywood Reporter. Nicolas Cage, I'm playing Nicolas Cage. I wanted no part in it. He's like, he didn't want to play this role, but then people convinced him and he saw the script and it was a good idea. Another one from Variety, it was like, playing Nicolas Cage is like making out with myself.
I fucking love this man. Like, I am goth. Like, this dude is just everything, okay? Like, I'm sorry. Nick Cage is, like, amazing, okay? I'm sorry. Like, do you guys wonder why the fuck I chose to be Nicolas Cage? Why I chose way back in the day to be Mick Cage, Nick Cage's long-lost brother? There's a reason.
He's a thespian. Sorry. I had to say that weird. I think that's all the movie news I've got here. Have any other news that you want to talk about?
No, I think that's it.
Okay. So the only thing left to talk about is next week's movies.
Yes. I'm actually looking forward to next week's movies. Because I have fought for these for a long time. We're watching Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie.
That's going to be weird and nostalgic.
Oh, 100%. You know, I fucking own that shit on VHS. You know how fucking excited I am to finally watch this again as an adult? I don't care.
All remastered in high definition?
Oh, to see how bad it is and see all the wires? Yeah, 100%. I can't wait to see the fucking talking sword on a wire just, like, floating. Did you forget that was a thing? That's a thing, Steven.
I forgot about the talking sword, yes. Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's what you're walking into, buddy. And I can't wait. And then we're also doing Power Rangers. The one that came out like more recently that apparently like bombed because it didn't quite get the heart of Power Rangers from what I heard. But I actually haven't seen it. So this will be my first viewing of it, actually.
Yeah, I'm interested to see where this goes since
right?
I heard it was actually a really good, like a pretty decent movie. It's just not anybody saw it because it was a weird time where it came out. You know?
I've heard that, and I've also heard that like it's Power Rangers, but doesn't get Power Rangers. Like doesn't get the teenagers with attitude thing.
I mean, but just to think how Power Rangers even started. They're like, let's just take the show that was made in Japan, take only the action sequences, and completely make a completely different show.
Yes. And guess what?
It worked.
It fucking worked. It's alive and breathing to this day. With new show.
I was about to say, what's the most recent Power Rangers?
Dino Fury, I believe.
Power Rangers today. Not where are they now? What is the current Power Rangers? The brand new Power Rangers. Yeah, Dino Fury.
I think there's a new one coming out though that maybe called like Power Rangers Drift or some shit like that. Like Netflix, because Netflix is getting them after this season, from what I understand.
Oh, Power Rangers Dino Fury exclusive first look at season 28. Ooh.
Show's older than both of us.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's awesome.
It's only a year older than me. It's fine. And not even much longer, actually. My birthday's in less than a month.
Wow, good for you. Mine's in less than a week, bitch.
Mm-hmm. That's okay. You'll only be 27.
I'll be the same age as you. for like a
Yeah.
month. I hate us.
It's okay. I hate us too. What was? Didn't I make that joke when you were like streaming and DBZA was on? It was like, it's like, you're the biggest asshole ever, but you're also my closest friend.
Yeah.
That's totally.
God, I
us.
finished freaking DBZA.
Did. And you also finished DBZA Kai.
Yep. In the movies,
Hmm.
I just have shorts and
Hiffle.
hell.
Hell in a cell in a hell.
Yep. And then we're done with DBZA until they come out with new episodes of Hiffle.
Which I think they do that usually once a month or so, I think. But I love Team 4-Star because they're honest and real, because they released their 2022 update video like last week. So 3 months late. And they're like, yeah, we have things that we want to do, but we're not going to give you a confirmed date because we don't want to stress ourselves out with having to plow through all this work.
That's fair.
Mhm.
I don't blame them.
That's literally, I was like, that's fair. Really. Like, I have no complaints.
Yep. Completely understandable.
Let's see.
Do
Oh,
all the things? Oh.
yeah, do other things. I wanted to talk about one thing because I thought it was silly and also enjoyable. Everyone knows that there's crazy things happening in Ukraine right now. But I never I knew that the president in Ukraine was an actor. But
Oh, yeah, but Netflix just did that tweet recently.
that, and like, have you ever seen the movie where he became popular enough to become the president?
No.
The movie right before he ran for the presidency was him as a history teacher in Ukraine.
I heard about it because Netflix literally tweeted about it the other day.
Yeah. And in that movie, he becomes the president of Ukraine. And then he followed that presidential platform from the movie in real life. And like, the reason I bring that up, one, it's interesting, like how reality is stranger than fiction, but also two, I thought it was funny to compare like the Ukrainian actor president, who is a liberal,
American,
to the American actor presidents, who was a very conservative Republican.
What do you mean Ronald Reagan ain't the greatest president in the world?
Additionally, like, we also had Donald Trump, who was an actor / just an asshole playing.
Yeah, I don't give him credit. He's not an actor.
Yeah, okay. He was playing
That's just who
himself.
he
I
is.
getcha. He was just on TV.
He was just on TV, Steven.
Uh-huh.
Don't give the man credit.
And then there's Arnold
just because
Schwarzenegger.
he was in movies doesn't mean he. Yeah, but he was the governor of California.
Yeah, he can't be
The
president.
governor of California.
The governor.
And for being a rub hub, he wasn't the worst.
He
Not the best.
He definitely at first was pretty bad, but then after a couple of years, he started to lighten up a bit.
I mean, he's probably mostly why your guys' fucking electrical grid sucks. But like,
It's
you got it. Like in the most conservative state and the most liberal state, got to share something in common. You guys in Texas, you guys got terrible power grids.
it's really bad. If it's windy, they shut off the power for most of Northern California.
Have fun with that.
Well, It's about to be
that
storm
time of year
season.
again.
Yeah. Stop with the dumb voice.
We'll see if I see another fire this year, too. What? Because I saw 2 last year on the outskirts of town.
I mean, it is going to be fire season again.
Yeah.
Remember when there was
daylight savings is going to be a thing after next year? Yay!
Yeah, they finally passed that. Thank God.
Why we gotta wait till? Okay, my 2 questions with it. Why did we choose to go with daylight savings instead of standard? It
Like what?
doesn't make a difference.
Mhm.
We're gonna stick with daylight savings, which doesn't make sense because guess what? We start the day later into the light
Mhm.
instead of being like, hey, sunrise around when you would start work at like an 8 o'clock day. You know what I mean?
Well, at least in your, like, sunrise is around here about 6, 7 o'clock.
Yes. Well, yeah, I'm saying like, well, right now, yeah, like it's later in the
Mhm.
day for me when it rises. Yes, I'm saying like during the summer, it would be closer to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which would give you longer days after work. Technically,
I think that makes sense.
instead we moved the work day up an hour. So we lose an hour of sunlight in the morning and like after work, if that makes sense, because like you got workplace in the middle because you can't use that extra hour of morning sunlight because you got to go to work later. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
So they fucked us.
I mean, I don't really work until 11 o'clock right now anyway, so it's fine.
Fair. I'm just saying they fucked us.
Yeah.
Again. The American government decided to go with the fucking wrong one. Again. And they won't do it until 2023 November.
Mm-hmm. So we got more than a year to deal with it.
Yep.
But I just found one more article that I thought was interesting.
Didn't we do next week's movies like fucking 5 minutes ago?
We did. I'm just going to throw this out there really fast. It's pointless, but I think it'd be interesting to see again. Samuel L. Jackson says that he has talked to Bryce Dallas Howard about trying to get Mace Windu back into Star Wars. Because, we never actually saw him die.
I mean, that is like a running theory in like the community that he's alive. And like no medium has confirmed it.
Mm-hmm. And what was it? Freaking, I can't remember his name. The one who plays Boba. Something Morrison.
Yeah.
He was talking in an interview about possibly interesting thing to do with Mace Windu because apparently Boba Fett still has a grudge against Mace Windu.
Yeah.
Understandable.
He's fucking cut off his dad's head.
Yeah. So
Of course he's got a fucking yeah.
It's been 40 years. Some odd shit. But yeah. Like, so I could see that being the plot to Boba Fett season 2, maybe. The search for Mace Windu. As long as it's not Mandalorian season 3.5, it'll be fine.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see.
Oh, have you, one last tangent before we're done here. Have you watched Peacemaker yet?
No, I watched the first episode and then
Okay.
like for some reason it fucking didn't work for me.
Okay, no worries. Curious. All right, so that's it. That was everything that I wanted to talk about. Let's get out of here.
Yep, next week's movies. Good old Power Rangers and Power Rangers.
Yay. But not like not that Power Rangers movie, but that Power. I'm just kidding. We're not gonna get. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, leave a review. I don't know, all the things that everybody loves, and we'll see you next week.
Dun, 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 dun. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers! Go, go, Power Rangers! Go, go, Power Rangers! Go, go, Power Rangers! Mighty Morphin Power Rangers!